So the Gemara says that I believe it's Masechet Gitin, Onkelos, before he converted to Judaism, did a seance. And he brought down 3 neshamot to ask, because it's not allowed in Judaism to do a seance, but before he converted, he wanted to ask 3 neshamot if he should convert. So the first one he brought was Titus in English. That was his uncle, who was a Rasha who destroyed corrupted Bet HaMikdash, and Hashem punished them. So he brought Titus, and he says, should I convert to Judaism? Who's the leaders? First he asked him, who's the leaders in Olam HaEmet, wherever you are? Who's the leaders? He says, the Jews. The Jews are the leaders. He says, so should I convert to Judaism? He goes, no, you're never going to make it. It's too hard to convert, to abide by all their laws. You're from royalty. You're from the Roman Empire. You're not going to make it. We're not bred like that, to abide by all their laws and everything. You might as well just torture the Jews, so their God will give you a reward in this world. So he says, where are you? Where are you? He goes, he tells him, he describes a place in Gehinom, the 7th level of Gehinom. And he tells him the punishment of what's happening to him. He says, every day they burn me into little ashes, and then they spread me all over the ocean in the 7 seas, and then they put me back together. Shem Rachem. So then after that, he brings Bilam. And he says, Bilam, should I convert? He says, no, you're from royalty. You're never going to make it. Same thing like Titus. You're never going to make it. Who's the leaders? Am Yisrael is the leaders. They have the truth. They have the Torah. No questions asked. But you're not going to make it. It's too hard. It's too hard to be a Jew. For you, definitely. You're a goy. No, it's not for you. And he says, where are you? He says, I am boiling in sperm. A sperm bath. Boiling sperm bath. Shem Rachem. Why? Why? So Titus we know, because he did his disgustingness in the Bet HaMikdash, and then he argued against Hashem, saying, oh Hashem, you could only beat me on land. Because Hashem started making major waves. When he left Bet HaMikdash, he went into the ocean back to his country. And Hashem made big waves, and he started screaming to Hashem, see, you're you're the God of the sea, like you destroyed the generation of Noach with the water, so you only have power with the sea, with the ocean. Fight me on land, he says. Fight me on land. So apparently even this Rasha Merusha knew the truth, knew about Hashem, unlike today's Rashaim who don't know anything. And Hashem says, I'm going to send you my smallest creation. My smallest creation, I'm going to send you on land. What did he send him? A little mosquito. He sent him a little mosquito that entered through his ear and stayed in his brain, eating his brain for the next 7 years until there was nothing left. And when they opened up his head, they saw a living mosquito the size of a dove. Shem Rachem. So this is Gemara. So now, Bilam says, where are you? And he defines exactly where he is. Why? He says, because I was with my aton. I was with my donkey. Bestiality. I was with my donkey. So all of the seed that I wasted, I'm being boiled in it. Shem Rachem. The third one was J.C. Penney. He brought J.C. Penney. He brought him. And he says, who's the leader? He says, Am Yisrael. He says, should I convert? Gemara says, J.C. Penney says, yes, you should convert. He says, where are you? He says, also, he's being, Shem Rachem, also boiled in excrement, feces, and so on. He says, why? Why you? Because he said, yes, you should convert. You should convert. So, I mean, there's something good about this guy. You should think. First two said, don't convert. Reshaim, even in Gehinom, they're Reshaim. This one at least says convert. So you say, well, it's good, no? He says, why? Why are you being punished like this? He says, because I went against the rabbis. I went against the rabbis. People today don't have the inkling of an idea of what it means to be a rabbi or what it means to go against the rabbi. If the rabbi is a Erev Rav, it's not a Rav, it's an Erev Rav. It's a fake rabbi. Then it's mitzvah. Mitzvah to expose the fake rabbis. Mitzvah to expose them. If it's a rabbi that's really a rabbi, has yirat shamayim, has fear of Hashem, is trying to do good things, get Am Yisrael back to Hashem, to go against them, there's no stupidest thing you can do. There's nothing. There's stupid, and then there's you. Lama. I'll give you guys an analogy. I'll give you an analogy, you understand. So, imagine a king. And a king, and he only has one son. He has one son. He has an empire, and he has everything you could possibly imagine. Material he has. Liya kesef v'liya zav ne'um Hashem tzevaot. Hashem says, mine is the money, mine is the gold, everything is mine. But he has one son. And the son went missing. His skin. Lost his way. He's in somewhere. Someone took him. And he sent everybody, go find them, go find them, go find them, go find them. Nobody finds them. Nobody finds them. They said, you want a Hanukkah party for the... No, I don't want a Hanukkah party. I want my son. You want a Purim party? No, I don't want a Purim party. I want my son. What about, you want some barbecue? It's a barbecue. Give me my son back. I don't want the barbecue. Enough with the food. Okay, listen. Your Honor, how about if I get you a nice jacket? Is that okay? I want my son. I don't want a jacket. I have jacket. I have countries. I don't want a jacket. I don't want a Purim party. I don't want a Oznei Haman. I want my son. And then this little guy, no one knows who he is, says, hey, Your Honor, is this your son? Shtabach Shemo, yeah, that's my son. He brings the son back. Now, there's a guy that nobody knows. What does Hashem think of him now? What does the king, which is Hashem in this story, what does he think of him now? He brought him back. He automatically becomes the most important person on earth. Same level as his son. Why? He just brought his son back. No Hanukkah parties, no Purim parties, no jackets, no drinks, no nothing. So to go against that person, if one of the other people tries to mess with this guy, you have to be crazy. You just saved the son. So that's Rabotai, that's the analogy. Now, there's a story, funny story, there's three people argue. One is a priest, one is a sheikh, and one is a fake rabbi. So they all have a debate. What do you do with the money that people donate? What do you do with the money that people donate? So everybody, people usually have positions. They have Batei Knesset, they have churches, they have mosques, they have all these things. They dafka go against the Torah in the easiest ways. What's the easiest ways? Shlomo HaMelech says, Al tiyeh tzadik arbe. Don't be overly righteous. Don't pretend like you're Baba Sali. You're Baal Tshuva, you just started last week. Relax. Okay, just 5 years ago you learned what Shabbat was. Al tiyeh tzadik arbe. A lot of people say, oh, Kvod Harav, I'm having a very big difficulty. Wow, really? Difficulty? Wow, Halachot Shabbat, Tarat Mishpacha, your wife doesn't want to be modest. What happened? You're thinking, I was thinking about it the whole Shabbat, Kvod Harav. I was thinking about the whole Shabbat. Wow, what a question this guy must have, a sugya. I'm thinking, wow, the question, this guy, the whole Shabbat, he's struggling. Ruined my Shabbat, Kvod Harav. I'm like, wow! He doesn't know. Maybe you opened the fridge and the light was on and the light was off and this. He doesn't know. You ate chametz, on Pesach. What is it? What happened? What's this question? He says, in Parashat Shavua, it says Amalek came to attack. And Moshe told Yoshua ben Nun, go fight again, go pick some people and fight against Amalek. And I was thinking the whole Shabbat, why is Moshe telling Yoshua ben Nun to go fight? Why don't he go fight? That's the question to ruin your Shabbat. That's it. Just read Rashi. What does Rashi say? Moshe Rabbeinu had a different job. He was a spiritual leader. He had to lift his arms. He had to lift his arms. So as long as the arms were lifted, everyone saw that he's part of the war, but also the spiritual war. It wasn't just a physical war. And if you read the Midrashim, you see that the war of Amalek versus Am Yisrael in last week's parasha, they say it's even a bigger war than what Gog Magog is going to be. It wasn't a war of tanks and spears. It was a war of spirituality. Why? Because Amalek was mechashfim. They were wizards and different witchcraft. So they knew that day all the people that they sent to war can't die. They knew when people were supposed to die. They knew the timing. This guy, it's not in Shemaim. They're going to decree he's not going to die. So they sent him to war. Right? No one can kill him now. So they sent all the people that can't die. How are you going to fight somebody that can't die? It's like fighting the terrorists today. Tell people, why you fight a terrorist? You can't beat somebody that's willing to die. He already was willing to. He's happy to die. For him, his family's going to get a lot of money if he dies. It's a schut for him, he thinks. Stupid, but that's what he thinks. You can't beat people like this. Unless you just annihilate all of them, put a nice atomic bomb in a nice area over there, you're finished. But no, they're not going to do it. So, why are you fighting? It's wasting your time. You're wasting your soldiers. You're wasting your manpower. So anyway, if you just simply read what the parasha says, you see what's the question. So I'm asking this guy, the whole Shabbat was ruined because of this. Just read the verse. But what happened really? He didn't read the parasha. He didn't read the parasha. He's spiritual lazy. He didn't read the parasha. But he wants to pretend he's righteous. He wants to pretend like, oh, this bothered him so much, so maybe this can fast forward his tshuva, his conversion, his whatever people are. And that's what Shlomo HaMelech says, Al tiyeh tzadika. But don't be overly righteous. Don't be overly righteous. Relax. So back to our joke. So the priest says, what do you do with the money that people donate? And the priest says, I throw it up in the air. I throw it up in the air. And then I have a circle, nice big circle. Whatever money falls into the circle is mine. Whatever's outside of the circle, that's for God, that's for the community. So they asked the guy running the mosque, and he says, what do you do with the money? What do you do with the money people donate? They donate $1 billion a year to you people. What do you do with it? I throw the money into the air, into Allah, and I have a line on the floor. Whatever is outside of the line is mine. Whatever is inside the line is Allah's. And a Reform rabbi, they ask him, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do, Mr. Reform Rabbi? What do you do? He says, no, I throw everything into the air. Whatever Hashem wants, He takes. What's not, it falls back down. Whatever He wants, He takes. Whatever falls down is back to me. Rabotai, when you have the religion turn into a business, you can't help people do tshuva. Can't help people do tshuva. So, of course, money is necessary. Tzedakah is necessary. Things cost money. We live in a real world. We don't live in a fantasy world. But yeah, everybody has to decide what's their priority. So when you finally find someone that's willing to do the will of Hashem, wants to do Ratzon Hashem, and you decide, Dafka, I'm going to go against them, it's foolish. It's stupid. Why? He's one of the few soldiers still alive. It's one of the few remaining soldiers still alive. It's not like there's like a army of them. It's not like you can say off the top of your head, you could know already there's 500 or even 50. 50 good ones. Ah, yeah, that one, this one, that. You can't. It's very hard to find real people. So to go against the few that are still left, it's crazy. That's why I always used to tell people, go against Rabbi Mizrahi. Well, there are a few real rabbis out there. Unfortunately, when you're a real rabbi and you're a real leader in general, you're bound to have enemies. It's just a reality. It's the nature of the beast. You know, it's in anything in life. But in this particular regard, a person is creating themselves a very, very difficult life, because there's several different places in the Torah that says the special protection that such people get from Hashem. And obviously, that protection is against the people that go against them. So it's a very foolish thing to do. Next question.